All right, new products, new colors, new stuff. How in the world do you come up with new products, new colors, new ideas, things like that? Well, really it all starts right there on the front deck of that boat. That's where, Fishing the Bassmaster Elite Series, you have to have the best of the best tied on the end of your rod. I think that's pretty well known. I mean, if you're just going to be like stupid brand loyal, it's gonna kill you. It's gonna hurt you. So, do I use 100% Missile Baits soft plastics? No. We don't. Missile Baits doesn't make everything, but part of that is if there's something out there that's really good, I'm just going to use that rather than copying it or what have you. And it's kind of the same thing for crankbaits, with the Spro, that's a good relationship that I have there, design a bunch of baits for them. But if there's another bait, let's say another weird, awkward jerk bait or something, it's a little bit different, I'm going to use that. But, so for new ideas, I'm going to just show you, I'm in the warehouse here at Missile. It's where I keep my truck in the boat. And over here is one of my little hidey hole areas, so to speak. We have some hats and so forth, but I have a bunch of different colors that, from other manufacturers. There's some Zoom stuff there. That's a flesh color. It's really good looking. Here's one of the colors we based the new Hillbilly Magic on. It's a kind of a development off of Baby Bass. It's a Baby Bass, but it's not the Yamamoto one. So there's all kind of stuff there with that. But dude, let me just show you what I do is I'll go through and I get all kind of different soft plastics, and in that I'll get ideas and I'll see flakes and color combinations that I really like, and so I go with it. So I'm gonna just show you. Here's one box that I have. Look at all this Zoom stuff. There's some different Zoom colors in here that are a little bit different. Some Reaction colors. Reaction's got some really cool, innovative colors. There's that big Texan, cool color. Everybody knows what that is. Chartreuse Pumpkin. I've got all these different colors. This is just a recent box, just to kind of get ideas from. And I mean, I just, unless it's a must, I hate doing exactly somebody else's color. I hate doing that. But a lot of times I'll get ideas and I'll say, man, I want to do, this color top and this color bottom and put them together. And I'm going to just show you, see these 3 boxes up here? These 3 boxes are filled with color samples. I'm going to just show you one of them. So bear with me just a second. I'm going to snag it off of there. I'm not the tallest feller, but I'm going to show you one of them. So here's one. And there's all kind of look, there's even Jean LaRue colors in there. Look at it. That's their blue sapphire, and it's way different than Zoom's. See, it's got the small blue flake in it. I like that way better. So that's actually, kind of the base that we used for the Ballistic Bruiser, is that blue. That's a great blue. And then there's just all these other colors that I've ordered. I mean, Kitech, Dry Creek, really good little flipping tube, but Dry Creek, they got some really different innovative colors. And then, of course, you'd be remiss without Robo Worms. You got a few net bait colors in there. I mean, just OSP colors in there, just all kind of, and I've just got boxes and boxes of these things. And that's what I do. I get all these different colors. I check them out. I look at them. Like, man, I like this flake, and I like how this big and the small flake work together. That kind of stuff. That's where I get a lot of the ideas for the new colors that come out. So that's kind of the long and the short of it for the colors. But I'm going to take you in the office and show you a little bit into the background of the plastics, because here I'm gonna just give you a little look. That's what I do with some of the baits when I want to try to get them to run differently, I'll take and glue different baits together just to kind of see what makes certain baits do things. But then once I kind of get the idea in my head, it comes, we go into the office here and we go down to the table, and this is what it ends up looking like. It goes right to the book. You know, I've got a little something I'm working on here. Don't want to show too much of that. So I'm going to cover that up and show you some of the other things. I've got all kinds of drawings. This is, look at this. This is for a super D-bomb. I had a lot of people ask for that. They're like, man, if you could make a D-bomb bigger. Well, I've already drawn it out. I mean, I've got all kind of different things. I got a bigger craw father. I've got a big missile craw. I've got all kind of things already on there, and I got a smaller tomahawk already drawn out. Dude, I've got a whole bunch of different things, and that's exactly what I do. Is I draw them, you know, very specific. You can see I've got all the measurements in there. That one's almost a complete drawing. I've got a few more things if I was going to actually submit it to our mold manufacturer. That's what I would do, and I send it to our mold manufacturer. We've used a few different ones in the past. We've got one that we really like right now. They're doing great work, and I like using them. It's one of those things where you send them the drawing, and you send notes along with the drawing to kind of explain certain things as far as gates and, you know, how you want you want it to be able to do 2-color laminates, 3-color laminates, whatever. And then you submit it to them. They'll cut a prototype mold, which is like a little single shot, kind of the same thing you'd get with Do It molds, those little single shot molds. You get one of those, and actually we send that to our soft plastics manufacturer. They are here in the United States, and they're very easy to work with. I send it to them, and I tell them what formula of plastic that I want in the bait. Now, sometimes, you know, with one project that we're hopefully coming out with next, I've had them shoot a number of different types of plastics in the same mold just to see how that would change the bait. And we've done that with other baits in the past, but this one especially, we've really tinkered with the formula going in there. Then I get those samples, I test them out, and these are the ones on the table are not samples. I'll show you. Usually it's just a little bag I get, and it'll have like 8 or 10 baits in it, and we'll test them out. I'll take them out on the water. Sometimes I'll get very excited and I'll get very greedy, and I'll ask our manufacturer to make, you know, a whole bunch of them. Like there's a little sneak peek of one, but there's, you know, that's just one we're playing with right now. Hopefully we can get that thing dialed in and bring it to you. But yeah, we'll get those, and then we'll go out there on the water and play around with them. Sometimes I even put them in this tank out here, out back. I'm gonna show you what that looks like. But it only happens when it rains a lot. If it rains a lot, then we can go out here and test baits. Which, well, this time of year here in Virginia, it has rained a bunch, and wow, it's dwindling down. It's melting fast. It's been really hot out here, and it's getting low. But this is it's our drainage pond, our retention pond, and we've had all these cattails and stuff grow up in here. But dude, I'm telling you, I come out here a couple times a week when I'm playing with baits, developing baits, I should say, and I'll you know have a handful of baits out here, and I'll just be standing out here beside our warehouse, and I'll pitch into the water right here and look at the baits and see what they do. I'll pitch them out there, you know, maybe if I'm using it on drop shot or however, I can get a little idea. Like I said, it's a little bit low. It was all the way, this thing was all the way up to here earlier, and you can see it was a couple more feet of water, and man, it was great. It was tremendous. And I should make like a pond right here. It would be pretty badass, but I don't know if I can make that happen with City of Salem. We'll see. But that's where I test a lot of the baits is right here. And if this dries up, I've got to find somewhere else. We've got the Roanoke River right here in Salem. I have gone over there a number of times and taken and thrown baits in there just to see how they work. There's a little duck pond up the way in Salem. Take baits over there, especially when we were at our other facility before we were at this location. Used to take baits over there, put them in the water, play with them, see what they would look like, you know, as a quick test. Then the real test obviously is to take them out on the water, out on the lake, and get that, a little windy out here, sorry about that, is to get the real world experience with them. So once I say, yes, this is what we're gonna do, then our mold manufacturer makes a production mold, then they send that production mold to our soft plastics manufacturer, and we have specific directions on how we want the colors to look, as we kind of went over earlier, how I derive those. Then we put together how they're going to be bagged, how many are in a bag, how they're going to be, and when we get them in, this is kind of an open box right here, but they're in our little trays, so the baits stay upright like that. These are bomb shots, tasty little drop shot baits, but yeah, that's how they come in there, and then that's how they're stored. And so that's kind of how they go from concept in my brain. I should say they go from the front deck of this boat into a concept in my brain, then they go through that whole process before they make it into a bag and into a box, make it into this warehouse, then they make it to the retailer where you get it from, or you could order it online from Missile, and then they end up in your tackle box, on the end of your rod, and in a fish's mouth. That's the end goal. And the process is kind of similar for Spro with the crankbaits, but that's kind of how we do it with Missile Baits, and developing new products, new baits, and new colors. Just kind of a fun way to explain that. Hopefully everybody enjoyed that. If you have any questions, be sure to hit it down there in the comments. Hit us with any questions. If you want to see any more kind of behind the scenes and whatnots, drop that down there as well. Thanks.